What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at a new portable power station. This is the Anker SOLIX F2000. Taking a look at the specs, this has a 2048 watt hour LiFePO4 battery, a 2400 watt power handling, a 1000 watt solar charging input, UPS function, and a very good 5-year warranty. Taking a look at the power station itself, this is definitely a very nice looking power station. I love these aluminum buttons, and overall it just has a nice and premium feel to it. Looking at the specs, it says that this is a unibody design, which is impact resistant, drop proof, UV resistant, and flame retardant. So all in all, definitely a well-made and durable construction. Turning the power station to the side, this has one of my favorite features. So right up top, you have two handles right here, but then right here you have what they call their easy tow handle. You just push this little button here, and this nice suitcase style handle just pops out like that. Typically, when you have a larger power station like this one, portability kind of goes out the window. Yes, it's portable in a sense that you can move it around, but due to the weight, it just becomes inconvenient and not easy to do. As you can see here, this one has wheels along with the handle, so instead of struggling to carry a large power station, I can just put it on the ground, pull out the handle, and easily move it around like a little suitcase. Taking a look at the ports, right over here you have your DC outputs. So you have 3 USB-C ports that are all 100 watts. A lot of power stations might have 1 or 2 100 watts, but this is the first time I've seen a power station with 3 of them. Right down here you have 2 USB-A ports. Coming to the middle you have not 1 but 2 car socket outputs. Again, first time I've seen this on any power station. Coming to this side, you have 4 20 amp AC outlets, and then right here in the middle, you have a TT30 RV port. So if you have an RV, you don't have to worry about using these. You can just hook your RV up directly to this and power your whole RV that way. Same with the house. If you have a generator input on your house, this is the same kind of plug, so you could just plug it in right there, and this will also power whatever's on that breaker as well. Right up here, you have a button to turn on or off the Bluetooth app connectivity. And right here you have a power saving button. Again, this is the first time I've seen this on a power station. Features like this usually are on some power stations, but usually you got to go through the app. But having it right here on the power station is definitely a lot more convenient. So how this works is if you have anything charging on your USB ports or your AC outlets, you turn that on, and as soon as the power station detects that that item is done charging, it'll automatically shut off the power stations. So this way, once it's done charging, the power station is not just sitting idle and wasting power. It'll just turn off all on its own. Coming to the middle, you have a large color screen, which also has a good amount of brightness as well. Right here in the middle, you have your battery percentage along with a little graph for that as well. Up here, you have your remaining battery capacity based on the output that is being drawn. So whatever you have plugged in, this in real time will calculate how long it's going to be able to run that. And then there's also some indicators for input and output voltages as well. Flipping the power station around, you have your solar or car charging input, your breaker reset button, your AC charging input, and then right down here you have your input to connect an expansion battery as well. I almost forgot to mention, but right up here you have a long LED strip, and one unique thing about this is usually power stations have a LED strip, but it's more of a bright white light that's more of like a work light. And as you can see, this one has a nice warm yellow light. Haven't seen that before, but it looks a lot more comfortable to look at. So if you have this as a night light, it's not going to be so eye piercing. But then if you do want it brighter, you also have a medium and high mode as well, which do put out a lot of light output. So inside this unit, you have LiFePO4 batteries, and these are EV grade batteries that are rated to maintain a 80% capacity for 3,000 charges. So assuming you ran this from 100% to 0 every single day, you'll still get a very long 10 to 15 years of usage out of this power station. When it comes to AC charging, this can do a maximum of 1,440 watts, and this can charge it from 0 to 80% very quickly in only 1.4 hours. Another unique thing about this is this has what they call their GaN prime inverter. Basically, this is a GaN or gallium nitride inverter, which is a lot more efficient and puts out less heat compared to a regular inverter. Besides AC charging, you can also charge this with up to 1,000 watts of solar, which will charge this from 0 to 100 in only 2.4 hours. Alright, so being that it's summer right now, one thing that's very common is power outages happening because of the scorching heat, or random storms and tornadoes like we've been having all this week here in Illinois. As I said earlier, this has a power handling of 2400 watts, which is definitely a lot of power. Most things in your house only use about 1500 watts at the most, so with this you can easily run one or two high-powered items and still have enough left over to charge cell phones and any other small devices as well. If you're using this for home backup, this has more than enough power to run a full-size fridge, microwave, electric stove, heater, air conditioner, and pretty much anything that works on a regular 15 or 20 amp outlet. Beyond that, this also has what they call a 3600 watt surge pad, and basically this can run any resistive items for a total of 3600 watts. This is not going to work on anything that's voltage sensitive, but basically this will work with a microwave, coffee maker, heater, hair dryer, or anything else that doesn't need its full voltage to run. And how this works is basically this grabs all those items that are trying to draw more than this power station can handle, and it instead runs them at a lower voltage. So your microwave might cook a little slower, your heater might put out a little less heat, but the benefit of that is you're going to be able to run more than you normally would with an inverter of this size. So just to show you how much 2400 watts actually is, I went ahead and plugged in a few different things just to give you an idea. So right here, I plugged in a portable heater, a cell phone, MacBook Pro, and a movie projector as well. I apologize for the cramped setup. We're doing some construction in my house, so I don't really have too much of a filming area. But all of this stuff running, and this is only pulling 1300 watts, so that still leaves you with over 1000 watts of extra power to pull from this, or even more of resistive power since it has that 3600 watts of surge pad. But even without that, you could still connect another 1000 watts to all of this. So if you're going camping or you have an outdoor adventure, or like me, if you're going to use it for a home backup situation, 2400 watts is definitely more than enough to run everything you could possibly need. And thanks to its 2000 watt hour capacity, it's also going to be able to do it for a good amount of time as well. But if you do need longer runtime on this power station, they do sell an expansion battery for this as well, which will double your capacity to a much higher 4096 watt hours. This will also double your runtime. So if this was able to run for 6 hours, with the expansion, it'll now be able to run for 12 hours. All right, so I drained this power station from 100% to zero with a 1100 watt load, and it put out a total of 1852 watt hours. Doing the math, that gives this unit a usable capacity of 90%. Most power stations of this size put out about 80 to 85% on average, so this is definitely much better than most units out there. So I know a lot of people get nervous when it comes to storing large batteries like this in their house, but rest assured you don't have anything to worry about, as this does have an advanced BMS. This continuously monitors and protects the power station from overvoltage, short circuits, temperatures, and many other things as well. Besides this, you also get a very good 5-year warranty to keep you covered in case you do have any problems. Overall, this is definitely a solid power station. I love the built-in handle, and it also performs a lot better than most of its competition. So all in all, if you happen to be shopping for a mid to large capacity power station, I would highly recommend this one here, which again is the Anker SOLIX F2000. If you would like to purchase or get more information on this power station, I'll also put the link to it in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.